Is it okay if I call back Sean Kali-rai to the podium?
Certainly is. You can call up.
Sean?
Yes, Councilmember.
Yeah,
Chair.
what do you think about the time needed for flexibility for item 3C, I'm sorry, 3C?
Well, we're dealing with multiple things. The illegal activity is problematic. There's fentanyl that is laced on these cannabis products that are being sold in illegal. Now, normally, if you inhale cannabis, you are not going to have an adverse side effect like death. But if you're going to take a fentanyl-laced cannabis product, you do have a real reality of death. I have had conversations with your council colleagues, Councilmember Davis, for one of them, who is seeing fentanyl on cannabis in her schools. It is problematic. Waiting is entirely your choice, but you do risk bodily injury to children or whomever else is ingesting fentanyl-laced cannabis. I don't think the budgetary process will really cares. This is not a financial issue. It's a public safety, health issue. It has nothing to do with the budget. I'm sympathetic to staff's needs for wanting more time. This is a conversation I did have with Wendy of the department. This is a conversation that the industry has been having constantly over the last year, even longer, and the continuous refrain has been that your funds, your $2 million a year, do not fund enforcement. They only fund compliance with the program. And I think that's what, to the heart of what Chair Jimenez's memo goes to, is that core ideology, that core focus needs to shift. It made sense in 2014, 2015. The industry has evolved. Unfortunately, the illegal industry evolves so much faster than we do. We have regulations, they don't. They move fast and break things. And unfortunately, they break things, and that's people's lives. And so I think that there are things that we can do right away, but there are also things that we can perhaps look that may need a little bit more time. But this is the most over-regulated business here in this city, along with gaming. And other cities don't have this level of compliance. They just don't. I think Chair Jimenez's memo is very thoughtful, because what he's doing is using those dollars that Councilmember Doan was mentioning and increasing the pool of people under the purview. Once you bring smoke and vape shops and those operators under the Division of Cannabis Regulation, maybe you change the name to Division of Cannabis, Hemp, Smoke Shops, and Vape Shops Regulation, then you can put them into compliance. Then you can start shutting them down. It's not enforcement at that point, which is a function of PD, it's then compliance. And I don't think there's any operator that's going to say, hey, we're willing to pay our fair share. They should also pay their fair share. They're already paying to the tobacco retail program. And once they're all under the same umbrella, then they can all be regulated equally. And that's that fair playing field, that level playing field that the industry is talking about. I think that's the easiest solution. It's pretty straightforward. All of these programs, all of this enforcement, the San Jose PD has been working on illegal drugs since its inception. These are not new concepts. I don't think they need a whole lot of time to be fleshed out. There's a lot of things that PD is very good at. And we do have a great PD. If you per capita, we are not Oakland, we are not San Francisco, thank goodness. So respectfully, I think there's some leeway on time, but certainly not the budget process. That's far too far, and this has nothing to do with the money. And let's not forget, these illegal drugs are gonna have a human impact, and mostly children. And so as you move forward, I want you to think about that. I'm a father. I know many of you are. Many of you have young children that are nephews and nieces and so forth. Everyone's telling you these stories. It's very easy to get this stuff. And this is your illegal drug dealer right here. This is your illegal drug dealer. Every one of these kids has one of these.